Here we go. Third game of the first semifinal. We have Mato and Bobretto now again on the blue side. And we have 42 and Cronkinator on the red side. We have oily snow leopards, a little bit black, a little bit contrasty from the usual snow leopards, but this is how we love it. And the usual minigun pressure from the hanging bases just started as the game rolled out.
It's always funny to see which players decide to go with the miniguns, which players decide not to. We actually, Barbaretto losing a turbine. He placed his turbine undefended. He has been punished for it.
Yeah, Cronkinator with the 3 sandbag turbine. That turbine is more defended than the French during the World War.
Oh gosh, no.
Yeah, the French reference just only because 42 is on.
I know, we like to
we
like to give 42 some sass every so often. It's okay. It is all in good faith.
Yes. Both of the bottom players going for all the mine spots they possibly can get on the bottom. And Bobretto already going for the lower platform. On the lower cheek of the leopard.
Yes, this is a common swarm missile. Yeah, there it is. We can see we're going for some nuclear support options here. Matteo going with the support option. Is he going to open up rockets? Oh my, looks like he's going to be opening up rockets once more. Whereas Barbaretto is going straight nukes.
I think the first time it worked out so well that they're just gonna repeat it.
I don't blame him. It's a good strategy. The right-hand side, however, we're gonna see some a little bit different options going on with Cronkinator opening up with mortars, and that is a buzzsaw. The ultimate cheese.
I am so afraid.
Anti-cheese.
Yeah, so afraid for 42. He has to put down that wood spam as soon as he can, because the rockets are coming out in less than 10 seconds.
Yeah, and I think he noticed that because he's working on his wood spam. He's going full density with that. That's gonna bite him.
Yeah.
The dense wood spam is not what you want versus rockets.
Yeah, you want the big chunky wood blocks that detonate the incoming projectiles and basically render them useless.
Oh.
But we forgot the fact that Tronkinator also could be a final destination for those rockets.
Yeah, that's gonna be a concern for Team 2. Cronkinator is not able to defend against this. Is he going to shut down those missiles? He needs to fire now. Nope, too late.
Yeah, Team 2 has no anti-air again at the rocket clock of Mato. Oh!
Ooh! That actually hit his core. I think he won't be able to be destroyed by that, but it's worrying to see yourself so vulnerable.
Return core damage. I think Cronkinator has an angle into Mato's core with that buzzsaw.
I believe you are correct, though I don't think he's gonna take it. Buzzsaw.
Yeah, he's so focused.
That's the shot I was expecting him to make, to shut down those missiles after Barbaretto has spent the firing cost.
Do they receive the cooldown?
Oh yeah.
When they are.
Oh yeah. He spent the firing cost, and now he has to wait for them to come off cooldown. It's not a good place for Barbaretto to be, but with the additional wood in front, that won't be able to happen again.
I think Cronkinator should use his mortars in order to trigger the anti-air from Matteo and Bobretto, so they shoot down their own projectiles. Otherwise, they will have no chance of stopping the oppressing power of those rockets.
I think that's what he had attempted to do, and it just didn't quite time it perfectly. And those mortars, actually, several of them are landing, which is impressive. Ooh. Poor Snipey.
Yeah, keeping some weapons on fire, avoiding slowing them.
Without the warhead upgrades, those swarm missiles are not doing the damage they need to do. At this point, neither
they're
team...
barely scraping.
Yeah, at this point, neither team really has the damage output capable of defeating their opponents. They're slinging shots at each other, but nothing is happening on either side. Over those fire beams, on the other hand. Looks like they're finding some weak spots. Rip fire beam.
And one of them was sniped. That's why people usually prefer medium to small size doors on any weapons, because at this level the sniping capability of players is pixel point accurate.
It's brutal. It is definitely brutal. Looks like Barbaretto has managed to find the income to upgrade those swarm missiles to nukes. So now Team 1, Blue Team, actually has the damage, actually has the firepower potential to end the game. It's just about whether Team 2 can defend against it. And honestly, I don't think Team 2 is going to be able to survive this. They really don't have the anti-air or the map control to survive a double warhead impact.
Oh, that wobbly base from 42.
Wobbly, but that is not in any danger of falling. It is very structurally sound.
I agree. Nice shot by Cronkinasus Bossa, killing some of the machine gunnery from Matteo. If he would just shoot a little bit higher, he could very well take out that flag and even do direct core damage.
If only he knew. Here it comes.
He will be beating himself. I'm not sure if igniting those nukes is the play here, because the map is quite short, and I'm not sure if the nukes time out before they reach Cronkinator on the bottom.
It looked like they didn't time out, and I think 42 Scientist had the same conclusion, that he wasn't sure, so he tested it out, and didn't end well, so I don't think he's going to be doing that again. That last volley, Cronkinator did manage to turn Team 1's anti-air against itself, and it looks like he's attempting to do the same thing again.
First clean nuke hit by Bobretto on 42. The second one is taken down by the anti-air pit. I mean anti-air pit.
Yes. I do want to point out, the dense wood spam failed to be repaired, which means 42 out of money. He doesn't have the income to repair all of that. Look, you can see it. He does not have the income to repair it all, and that is a side effect of taking such dense wood spam. When you have to get hit with AoE effects, the repair build is insurmountable.
Yeah, the double smoke by Matteo, very effective.
The smoke just blocking line of sight for machine gunners really shuts down the ability.
Oh, huge core damage on Bobretto and a direct kill.
Fire beam, plasma beam combo.
I think the fire beam Yeah, a fire beam exploded the battery. We have to rewatch it in the replay, but I think that's or technology. But it brought down Babretto to 6% HP, and the plasma beam was super nicely positioned to finish it.
That's gonna put Team 1 in the back seat. That's should I say the back foot?
Yes.
It's still core. Matteo literally has an exposed core right now. Like it has been for some time.
Oh, so nice. Defended by Cronkinator. Those smokes are so annoying.
You gotta manually control. It's the smokes. They prevent the weapons from firing. So you have to manually control them in order to get any effect out of it, which is a lot to ask for. Oh,
actually, wow. The smokes are detonated by plasma. The nukes are shut down by the Basta. So many weapon interactions.
Those are just things you never expect to see.
I honestly didn't know that the plasma explodes the smokes.
Yeah, it does. It does the same kind of thing as machine gunners. It does stop them. That's one thing I've done several times to prevent enemies from smoking. But the sniping is so perfect.
And 42 is out of energy. I don't think there is a way back into this game for Matteo.
Well,
he would need to kill 42.
Yeah, he would need to reconnect. He would need to get access to those warheads, which he has. But he would have to land the shot, so that's asking a lot at this point.
There is a single weak point on Cronkinator's base, right where the Bassa is. And I think there is an angle to maybe destroy 42's weaponry and drop it on Kronk, but that's so unlikely.
It's a tough spot for sure. And he's been on top of his snipes this whole game, and it looks like he's not going to be changing that up anytime soon. My real question is, how long until Cronkinator reveals that he has warheads of his own? Because Matteo is not going to be capable of defending against those.
I think those warheads are visible for him. Just the corner of them. Nice timing with the buzzsaw, disconnecting the nukes.
They had the buzzsaw and the plasma laser and the anti-air manually fired. That was an alpha strike to end all warheads right there. Any one of those three options could have shut that down hard, and all three of them did.
Matteo placing 6 snipers, so actually one of them can be built.
Here comes the big reveal.
Yeah, but the nukes go into the smoke. Huge play by Matteo. But one of them still reaches him. Honestly,
the damage is wild. And the smoke explodes on the core, so he can't put the core out. He can't extinguish it. Oh, that's going to be a lot of damage. The core should survive this, but yikes. Bringing him down to 70%.
I think both fire beams die, but Matteo using the snipers as anti-air.
Successfully, mind you. Matteo,
super huge plays by them. They just were so unlucky that Bob lost to the triple laser combo. I mean, super well played by 42. So
yeah, that's not a surprise. That's
really
the double fire beam, plasma beam. It burns through a lot. Like you cannot go full aggression with your weapons and expect to survive that kind of firepower. I mean, it's a heavy weapon combo. It's meant to end the game. And it ends the game quite effectively. Trump nukes. I think he actually defends this one. Oh,
the Kronk nuke just
every time, managing to weave through, and that's it. Let's go. Here on the left-hand side, victors of our previous match, and going up 2-1 versus their opponents, we have Cronkinator and 42 Scientists. We'll see how they're going to handle these hanging maps now, as they face off against their opponents, Matteo and Barbaretto.
Indeed, it's gonna be interesting. On hanging maps, the strategy that usually Barbaretto and Matteo go for is quite more advantageous, because Matteo can use the extra stability of hanging bases to stack way more weaponry than he could on a standing base. And also they are lucky because Barbaretto is the closer fort to the enemy.
Which just means if they go with their typical modus operandi of nukes and support, we can see it working out well for them. But it looks like Matteo actually going with a workshop rather than an armory, so he's not going to be playing the standard support style that they often do.
I think they are Warthog. I'm not sure what was the commander that 42 and Kronk chose in the last game. Did you catch that?
I do not recall.
But it seems like from the head of Matteo's minigunner and from the possibilities that they can choose, that we have a Warthog on our hands on the red side, and maybe a I'm thinking what could be the commander that does well with 2 munition plants. It could be Scattershot 20s, but Scattershot is not available for Team B. It's picked by Team A, actually. Which Team A is Barbaretto and Matteo, and Team B has the possibility of Moonshine, Hurricane, Overdrive. It very well could be a Moonshine 20 spam. We've seen it executed by Ethan and Geiger in earlier stages of the competition, and it was first at a meme strategy, but then when they saw that actually it destroys everything, then they just kept using it throughout the whole day and cleaning house.
I mean, that works. Though to be fair, this is a cannon rush, a double cannon rush, or should I say a cannon rush out of both players. So it really could be any commander. This works off of any commander. It's just whether or not you're going to be using the special commander abilities to enhance it.
Scientist has his defenses set up for the lower side of his fort.
They are a UN commander, so that's going to be option for Moonshine.
Moonshine. Yes. They take a page straight out of Ethan and Geiger's book, and it's gonna be the Moonshine 20s. Did they place a 20? I think they did. Yes, that's probably 2 20s on their side.
Find out in a moment. Yep, that is a 20. And down below.
Not very well defended by Kronk, but this time Matteo is not going for early aggression. They are going for the laser nuke combo, but the nukes are already ready on Barbaretto's side. This could be devastating for Kronkinator if they chose to target his weaponry. I don't think his base can be destroyed, but his weaponry very well
he's
can
gonna
be.
fire. He's going to reveal before the fire beams are ready, which is the correct call in this case.
Nice shield by Scientist, saving his precious weapons.
He actually hardly took any damage from that. The splash damage was mitigated perfectly. For once, 42 not going with his dense wood spam, and it's paying off quite heartily there.
The machine gun pit from Cronkinator is set up to support his teammate and also himself. And we already have
the 20s.
The 20s, and because of the early shot from the nukes, the commander ability is already charged.
That is beautiful. Just a brief shutdown. The benefit of the 20s being EMP, having the EMP effect, is it allows the 20s to penetrate the energy shields that players will often use to do. Oh, okay, well.
Oh. But yeah, the signature Matteo ruler aim with the lasers at laser o'clock just caught Kronk off guard, and as we mentioned, his defense was not really suited for laser defense, more of a nuke defense. So it really caught him off guard and just died to the first combo.
Yeah, that's brutal. That is the power of the fire beam plasma beam. It just penetrates so deeply. There's nothing else to say about it. You get it up and you just fire. And you destroy things. The EMP shots are coming in, shutting things down, which is all fine and dandy.
I would like to point out that probably these first two salvos from Matteo saved the game and the series for them. And there it is, the second shot.
And we're off. Ladies and gentlemen, the scores are tied 2-2. This is going to be the final match. Winner takes all in this round. On the left-hand side, we have the blue team, Matteo and Barbaretto. And on the right-hand side, we have Cronkinator and 42 Scientist. Cronkinator and 42 Scientists kind of got beat up really hard in their last match. So I'm curious to see if they're going to go for something wild or something a bit more standard. Because in the last match, the fire beam plasma beam is about as standard as you can get. Those are very well-refined strategies that are extremely effective. So I'm curious.
Indeed it is.
Curious.
Cronkinator and 42 going for the upset victory over Barbaretto and Matteo, and Bob and Matt trying to keep their calm in this last match and not make mistakes like they did in games 2 and 3.
It looks like... So, I want to point out, everyone's gone Workshop. Every single player on the match has to open Workshop. But Bob and Matteo have moved on toward heavy weapons tech. We see the energy weapons tech out of Matteo on top, and we see the cannon tech out of Barbaretto on bottom. And both of these players are going for greedier style rushes. We do see some more eco being built up out of Matteo, which isn't uncommon for energy-based rushes. But down here at Barbaretto, he's just sticking with 3 mines of 1 turbine. This is the fastest possible rush style that you get when you're really just trying to land the first shot in the game. But the other team, 42 and Cronkinator, they're not even playing by the same rules. Both players have opened up with double swarm missile and a buzzsaw to go with it. This is the kind of thing you just fire your swarm missiles. It looks like they're not even going to be going for the warheads. They've got their buzzsaws to chop, and they've got the swarm missiles behind to finish off anything that just needs an extra little punch to knock over. Looks like 42 is ready. They believe he's waiting for Cronkinator, and there it is. Coordinated shots, and where are the buzzsaws follow-up?
This could mean the end of the game, the end of the series. But luckily Bobretto wasn't so greedy that he sold his metal. He kept all of it, and that saves the series, saves his life, saves the game, saves everything that's important for them right now.
Indeed. Very often, the greedier builds, such as what Bobretto is going for, will sell off the metal. He didn't this time, and that is exactly what kept him in this game.
Yeah. I am just checking what's their commander. The possibility for them is a scatter shot or maybe shock. No, shock is not possible. They have the hat for scatter shot, I think. And the other team is either hurricane or overdrive.
It's going to be very difficult for us to determine.
The difference. Oh. The wobbly, the red.
But they maintain. Bob, in all of that, managing to build himself a 20 mil. At least it is in the process of being constructed. That is scatter shot out of Matteo and Barbaretto.
Yeah, Bob is, just to change things up, is again punching back.
If only...
Now the burst of focus goes for Matteo, and he too kept his precious metal. That saves him.
Indeed, but it was close there. If Kronk and 42 had fired at Matteo, he would not have survived. I guarantee you that one. With only 3 layers of wood, would not have happened. 3 struts of wood in front of his metal. Those 4 missiles would have cleaved through that metal quite easily. Oh boy.
Sniper coming out.
Here it comes. It's the combo. He ran out of energy.
And also the 20s went right into the fire beam. That was super anticlimactic from them.
Man. Anti-synergy and out of energy, that hurts. And here come the nukes. There's anti-air, but is that going to be enough? No.
I think one of them is going to hit. And all 3 of them, all the rest of the 3 are shut down.
Ooh.
Oh!
Plasma beam fire
Matteo
beam.
had enough.
He just did it again.
Yeah. He found the spot in Kronkinator's base that was actually not defended, and because Matteo built his lasers a bit below his core, he had the wonderful angle into Kronkinator's core.
That was a beautiful
Such a lovely
shot.
snipe. Yes.
Now 42 is all alone in a 1v2. And he does not have the weapons or the eco to do this.
Yeah, he has only 1 warhead. Oh, I mean he has 2, but can shoot only 1.